Hey everybody, Felix Staffelbaker here. I don't think that people realize how high Bitcoin can go in price, and I don't think that they're understanding the amount of money in the world seeking for a place to find not only a yield, but to find a purchasing power that is equal to or greater than the current. And the only option out there is Bitcoin, guys. The only option. And today, it's just mathematics. We've got a finite supply. They're printing unlimited fiat, and that can't sustain forever. At some point, there won't be an exchange for dollars to Bitcoin. And that'll be, a moment where people have to pause and really question everything that they've been taught and learned. And, at that point, it might be too late. But you got to think, mathematically, if you've got over $900 trillion in global money locked up in any sort of thing, from memorabilia to sports cars to real estate to sovereign debt to bond markets, all these different things, you've got an absolute powder keg waiting to happen. Mathematically, Bitcoin has a limited supply. And so we look, and there's only 0.05% of the globe has any sort of investment or monetary value held on Bitcoin or in Bitcoin. And this is absolutely mind-blowing, because that means by today's monetary value, by today's dollar value, which is always going down, but by today's value, it's worth over $2 million. And that's if, not even very many people put money into this. There's 36 million millionaires in the world. Guess how many Bitcoin? There's only 21 million. So if all the millionaires try to get a whole Bitcoin, even right now at 20,000, they couldn't do it. And when you start to understand that and wrap your head around that this is not anything to play around with. This is your absolute future. This is the financial way to have any sort of freedom, any sort of sovereignty. If you want to have any sort of travel, any sort of movement, any sort of say in your own life whatsoever, you're going to have any amount of Bitcoin before the hyper-Bitcoinization takes place, where everything is denominated in Bitcoin instead of dollars. And once that happens and you're missing the boat, there's really no going back. You were told and had over a decade to have any sort of money in there at all. And now you're being issued a universal basic income, standing in a bread line, having to explain to your family why you didn't buy $50 worth of Bitcoin in 2023 that could have saved your life. And, I just don't want to be in that situation. But if you look, Fidelity, the biggest asset manager in the U.S., they manage if you work at a corporation or a company and you have some sort of retirement savings or a 401k if it was pre-2008, or some type of savings program that you contribute money in, and maybe the company also matches you, whatever. If you have something like that, Fidelity's executives said that Bitcoin by 2032, so we're in 2023 right now, that's less than 10 years. This man said that Bitcoin will be worth $1 billion per coin. Let that sink in. That's not me saying that. That is an executive of Fidelity that manages the most assets in America. It manages money from all the Fortune 500 companies. Those are the types of money that is involved. These guys handle trillions of dollars. They're not handling, the guy down the street's money under his mattress. I hope you're hearing what I'm saying here. This guy said that Bitcoin within 10 years will be $1 billion or more. And so it would make sense to literally get rid of everything you've ever owned and just own as much Bitcoin as you can. It's better for you because then you walk around with a seed phrase in your head. Nobody can take your money. Nobody can touch it. And you're walking around a billionaire. A billionaire. I mean, get with it. This isn't me saying this. And when people are like, Bitcoin's a scam, it's like, whoa, you're going to be in a breadline. And it's not that I'm looking down on them. It's that, I mean, I can't do it for them. You can't go to somebody and say, hey, I just did all your research for you and bought you Bitcoin using your money. That's not how this works either. And so they'll have to physically learn the hard way by paying with their health, paying with their life, paying by having to work. I mean, the only jobs that are going to be available are going to be just the worst thing you could ever imagine. And you don't want to be stuck in that sort of position. You want to be in a position of authority, a position of power, a position of influence, that once we're on a new Bitcoin standard, you will be able to dictate your own terms and have the life that you're wanting, not the life that Klaus Schwab wants, not the life that Yuval Harari wants you to have, which is going to be what you'll have with no Bitcoin. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. Well, guess what? I'm trying to own some Bitcoin, and that will definitely make me happy. So I just want to put that out there. People aren't taking this all the way serious, and this is going to blow a lot of people's minds. So put that out there. Stoffel Baker out.